I wasn't expecting to get one. I was starting to get a little bit disillusioned that these things even work. Gonna have a go at it. Got him. Oh. Look at the size of that thing.
That is yellow belly, is it?
Look at the size of him. G'day everyone, welcome back. Josh here. I don't know whether you can tell, but we're not in the Western New South Wales anymore. We're sort of a long way from the desert. We're heading up through the rainforest, as you can tell from the background. Where we're heading to, I'm not really sure yet, and what we're after, not really sure yet. So stick around, we'll go and have a look. So we're just on our travels and we're just coming past a fire just out here on the hill. Look, it actually looks like it's only just starting, so hopefully that doesn't escalate while we're over here, or we may get stuck, which probably won't be the worst thing in the world. We've made it to our destination. Now we're at a little place today, this little creek. I'll give you a look at it.
Creek?
Yeah, so it's not quite the little creek that we're used to. I've got a bit of a plan today. We're going to try and get some crabs. I'll show you how we're going to do it. So the plan is today I'm going to put my yavian skills to the test to try and catch a crab. What we've got is a fairly heavy braid line with a wire tracer, and we've got a big chunk of chicken on there. And hidden inside that chicken is actually a fairly good quality 6/0 razor sharp hook. Just in case a shark or something comes along and wants to take it, we'll get that as well.
A shark.
We'll come out here and have a look. So what my plan is, I have actually been here about 28 years ago, so just the other day. Probably give away my age a little bit there. And we used to get quite a few crabs here, just off the line. And you're not allowed to use traps in this particular part of the river. You've got to go up the river a fair way before you're allowed to start using traps. So I'm sort of thinking it might be all right. And what we're going to do, we're just going to get a couple of these lines going. I've got a couple more rods in there, get one each. I was speaking to a bloke. There's another bigger jetty just over the way here. Have a look at that. There was a fella fishing off that jetty, and he was telling me that quite often he gets crabs on his bait. He brings them up and then they let go just at the edge of the water because he didn't have a landing net. But we've got a landing net, so we'll get them in and see how we go. Although that looked like a fairly decent sort of a bite.
That's the bites I'm getting.
You got the GoPro on?
Yep.
And he goes on real good one.
Yeah, you hold it, Dad. Somebody hold it.
That is a good fish. I've only got a little hook on there too, bring him in. That is a good fish. Yeah. I think I might have swore. I'll have to beep that out. I wasn't expecting her to have something on there. She only had a little bit of chicken on there for bait. What the hell? I thought she had a snag. What do you got? What the hell is that? A big eel or something?
Oh.
That is. I'll be bugging. Bring him up here onto the... I'll grab the net, eh?
I got one.
Oh, now Josie's hooked up. Get him, Joe.
Yeah.
We'll let this eel go. I'm going to let this eel go. Here.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Oh, it might be snagged. It's snagged. You probably go on and get one in there.
Well, that was a bit of excitement. I'll probably have to edit that out a little bit because I think I swore once or twice. A bit of good fun. Not really what we're after. My rod did take off and bend over in the chaos and got snagged up. So I'm going to unsnag it, get it back out. I've got Annika's rod back out. And that was just on a little bit of chicken. So there you go.
It's probably the same eel.
Is it the same eel?
Annika's on again.
Oh no.
And I think it's the same eel.
Wait.
For the second time.
Yeah.
Could be a bit bigger, is it? Oh, no. There must be a school of them down there.
Yeah.
I think Annika's hooked on the same eel.
Yeah.
Oh, at least she's having fun. No, don't put him in the net.
Why?
We'll just bring him up on the, because he's a bit tangled up in it. We'll bring him up on the dock and unhook him. So we'll get this eel unhooked, and I think I'll have a look at the regulations. If she gets another one, we might think about keeping it and having an eel catch and cook, because I reckon they'd probably be alright being out of salt water. We've got to be a little bit careful because they're a bit toothy. There he goes. Climbing back. So that wind's blowing up now, which isn't ideal. We've actually moved over to the big dock. I'll give you a look. We were over at that little dock, and we moved over to the big one just because it's way too snaggy over there. I was forever putting new hooks on, and we've actually hooked up on 2 crabs, but we haven't been able to get them in. Annika had a fairly decent one on there, and Eileen had a smaller one earlier. And I was just speaking to the young fella over here, sitting over here. He's actually an old fella, and he said the other day when he was down here fishing that he ended up going home because there was too many crabs. So hopefully that's a good sign that we can at least get one. The sun's going down now. If we don't get one by dark, we've still got all day tomorrow to try. So the girls have bailed out on me, and I've got a couple of young local fellas here to give me a hand, and I'm pretty sure I've got a crab hooked up. I'll just bring him up real slow. There's definitely something, a fair bit of weight on there. Look at the rod bending. It's got to be. Oh, he's, unless it's just hooked around a stick or something. Oh, and it's let go. You're kidding me.
Oh. Not the top.
Something happened to the other one now.
How do I pause this? You might just keep recording now.
Yeah, keep recording.
Ooh. That's a crab.
And whatever's just let go of that rod has grabbed hold of this one.
That's a crab.
So we've got to.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a crab.
Could be whatever's got hold of your rod earlier. It's like it's sucking to the bottom.
Could be a stingray.
Yeah, it could be.
Stingrays down here too. We caught a few big ones.
Well, it's coming up. Get your net down there and try and get it in the water before he gets up so you don't spook him. And come in behind him.
Yeah, you gotta get in behind.
Get in behind him and go down, go in deep. There's definitely something on there and it's coming up. I'll just go real slow. I won't rush it. The yabbies are a lot easier because they just hold on. I can feel it.
Is it just
See-
a whale?
see that?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's a crab.
It's got to be a crab.
Crab or stingray?
I'd say when you bring them off the bottom, they probably freak out a bit.
It's a crab or a stingray?
It's not a stingray.
Take it steady. I'll bet I'm right.
Oh, just let go again.
Take it steady, bro.
Spewing. That would have had to have been a good sized crab. Wouldn't have been a stingray. I've caught plenty of stingrays. We landed a big stingray at Yambray Joe's, about this bloody round, at the boat ramp at one of the caravan parks there.
Yeah.
I think he's back on there.
Yeah, he's back on again.
God, it's got a lot of weight to it, whatever it is.
Should just go for a dive.
Back on again?
Yeah. I'll just bring it up really slowly. Hopefully he doesn't break, like chew through my line. Oh, and he's let go again. Be definitely a big crab.
That'd be a crab, all right. I don't know about that.
I'll just take my time with him and hopefully he keeps coming back. So the crabs are a bit harder to catch than the yabbies. They're a bit finicky here. Hopefully they get a bit more hungry later. You just want to be in the channel?
Yeah, can you?
This is the 2 young fellas that I've met down here. We've got Oliver and Riley. They got their little boats decked out, bloody mad little boats. They've been cruising up the river and they've actually been getting a few crabs and fish. They tell me they got a few little catty there earlier. So we'll keep going here and hopefully we can hook on to another one. So we're back on again. I don't know whether I probably should change tactics and bring it up a little bit quicker. don't give it time to let go. You want to get behind him, Oliver? And
Yep.
so we've got Oliver on the net, the young fella I met here in the boat, cruising around. Local fella. Oh no, he's done the same as what it done to you. You reckon it's probably crabs dragging us under rocks or something? That'll be right. Go and grab your crab.
Back in a second.
So we're in a bit of a predicament. We're not having crab for tea. We've got chicken, which isn't the end of the world. It was only our first day. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. We only got here earlier today, went down to that jetty for a couple of hours, and I see it as a bit of a positive because we did hook up on a couple of big crabs, what I reckon were big crabs. A few of the locals there, you've seen Oliver and Riley and old Peter. If you're watching, good on yous. I think they'll probably be there tomorrow, and we'll go down, we'll give them another go. I reckon if we're a little bit persistent, we probably should get one. We can only try. We'll give you a bit of a look at where we're staying tonight. Not a bad little joint actually. Not really much to look at. We've got a little bit of a kitchen here. Yeah, dining room. The bed's right in the lounge room sort of show. And the kids have got a room in there which have got a mess in already and goes through to a bathroom. It's a good little cabin. It's not real expensive. Quiet area. Couldn't ask for more really. So we're gonna cook our chicken up. No crab tonight, but we'll see you down there in the morning. And we've decided to pull out the big guns. I've ditched the lines and I've got myself a couple of hoop nets, or I'm not even too sure the exact name of them. Dillies, I think they're called. An old fella put me onto them, reckons they're the go. We were going down to where we were yesterday afternoon because I know there's crabs there, but there's a whole heap of people, like that whole jetty's just lined up with people, being Sunday afternoon. So we've come down to a different park. It's reasonably busy along here, but we've got this little jetty to ourselves. We can get 3 dillies off here, and they've been in for half an hour already, so we're going to have our first check. They've probably been in for 20 minutes. We'll have an impatient check. That wind is absolutely shocking. It's probably going to blow through the camera like anything, so I'll keep it short and sweet. We'll just pull up, I'll pull you in for the trap checks and see how we go.
Are we in the background?
Yeah. Doing silly stuff.
Number 1. Nothing in number 1. Actually felt like there may have been something on that one then. Get him back out. Number 3. Ooh. Yeah, it felt like there was nearly something on that, and the bait is a bit tangled. Okay, we're going for our last pull. We've had 5 pulls, probably been here for 2.5 hours, I guess. I don't like our chances, but we'll have a crack, see how we go. And they've just gone off the bite for some reason. Just speaking to a fella then, and said that his mate come here the other day, put a few dillies out, got a heap, so. Well, it's the next morning. Yesterday just went horribly wrong, horribly quick. I've made a little bit of a decision. We've come down to the, well, I've come down to the dock where we very first started, where we're getting the crabs on the rods, and I've already got 3 dilly traps out, and it's about 5 AM, so I'm gonna have to wait. I'll give them half an hour. Hopefully the sun's up a little bit by then, and we'll give them a check. I don't think it's going to be light enough for you guys to see too well just yet. Another half an hour should be good, but I reckon we'll give them the first run and see how we go. Nothing on that one. Trap number 2. Again, nothing on that fella. Trap number 3. Oh, I got one. You beauty. I got one. Gonna get excited and lose it. Oh, he's a good sized fella too. You beauty. We got one. Oh, laughing. Laughing. I wasn't expecting to get one. I was starting to get a little bit disillusioned that these things even work. He's gonna be definitely legal for sure too. This camera work's gonna probably get a bit dodgy. So I've got my mud crab measurer, official DPI issue. We're gonna go from there to there, and look at that. He's a good inch bigger than what he has to be. So there's no question at all. And look at the nippers on him. Monster nippers. I made a bit of a mess of that fella. I ripped one of his bloody claws off trying to get him out. I don't know whether there's a polite way of getting them out of these nets. If you know of a good way of getting them out of these nets, I'd like to know about in the comments, because that was a bit of a disaster. Well, not really a disaster. Took a bit of bloody tangling. I had to cut the net in a couple of spots, but just looking at it, it's not in too bad of shape. There's a big gaping hole just there now. I'll get this one back out and we'll just go with it how it is for now. There's a big hole in one side of it, but should still work all right. Yeah, that should still work all right. I might have to get a bit of, I'll get Eileen to tie that back up. She reckons her brother's a fisherman in the Philippines and they tie all their own nets, so she'll get it fixed up for me. And we'll get this back out. This one here I sort of just placed straight down there, so, and I worked him down a bit like that so it didn't get tangled on the way. And it's pretty deep there. There's probably 4 or 5 meters of that orange rope, and it takes all of that plus some. I just hit the bottom then. I've literally only just thrown this trap back, probably wouldn't have been 5 minutes, and we're dead on this slack tide, like we're dead on high tide. You can see this rope is moving around and pulling. I reckon there's something having a go at it. I think we'll have an impatient check. Like I said, it's only been 5 minutes, but I don't want to leave it another 20, and if there's a crab in there, get out. You can see that rope. I don't know if you can make it out there, but you can see it pulling. There's definitely something having a go. So I reckon what we'll do, we'll get this net, and there's a whole school of fish there. And I didn't bring my rod down this morning because I didn't want to get sidetracked. We'll check this trap quickly. And I'll get me net on the ready, because there's definitely something having a go at that. You can see that rope is pulling. I don't want to check it too early, but it has been doing that for a few minutes now. And I'll just pull it up slowly. Oh yes, there's weight in that. I can feel it. You can actually feel the weight in it. 100%. Yes, another big fella. Another big fella, another big fella. Yes, I knew it, I knew it. I could see the rope pulling on that. I knew he was on there. I had a fair idea anyway. He had a big stick tangled in the trap too. He's going to be definitely legal for sure. You beauty. I'll grab me measurer. He's in me landing net, and he didn't get too tangled this time. That I only just put that trap back. Yes, dude. I'll get him out and we'll have a look. Now these traps are an absolute nightmare. And I made a bit of a mess of that other crab. I snapped his back, I accidentally snapped his back legs off, trying to get him out. Ooh, oh, he's a feisty one. I'm not really an expert crab handler, and this one here is a fair bit more fiery. We'll just check him quickly. I'll get him out of the net quick first actually, or else, yes, I've got him out. I'll tell you what, if he bites me, I'll let him get that net. Yes, I've got him out. You beauty. Look at that fella. Ripper. I knew there was one having a go at it. I'll just let him bite that net. And I want to be a little bit careful with him, because I don't want to ruin him. I'm almost certain he's going to be... Oh no, don't get away. I don't want to get bitten. I'm not an expert crab handler. I can handle yabbies. Yeah, heaps big enough, look at that. Good. Nearly an inch. Nearly an inch. Oh, you beauty, look at that. Ripper. Am I recording? Yes. We got him. It's a female, but she's a rusty female. And in New South Wales, you are allowed to keep females, so I don't get crabs very often, and unfortunately she's coming home to me. And there's plenty here. Look at that, you ripper. If it wasn't full, if it wasn't a rusty, I wouldn't keep her, but as long as they haven't got eggs, in New South Wales you're allowed to keep them. Beauty, I knew there was something having to go at that trap. You beauty.
At least you're using a good bait.
Yeah.
I've got some of my good crabs on just chicken legs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I got a bit of mullet yesterday and tried it, but it kind of stinks and gets all over your hands, and everyone else seems to be using chicken, so I get a free feed this morning.
And it's cheap too.
Yeah. Yeah, we use bullock liver
Oh yeah.
for yabbies.
Yeah.
I'd imagine the crabs would probably like it too. But it's, you'd no way in the world you'd be able to tie it into a net like this.
I was going to say it'd be real soft, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've actually got the crab pot bait holders, which I use in the pyramid traps.
Yep.
The yabbies, but even one of them, I don't know, you'd nearly be able to attach one to that somehow, but I wasn't planning on even using these this weekend. It was only an afterthought yesterday of, I'll making the suggestion.
Paid off for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bloody stoked. Got a couple. Nothing worse than going home empty-handed, especially when you drive 6.5 hours to get here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit of a learning curve, and I'll bring the boat next time, because half the battle was just finding somewhere yesterday.
Yeah.
Finding somewhere that was free. It was such a nice morning. Everyone was out. Got the boat, put in and go wherever you want then. You can feel these when there's a crab in them, can't you?
Yeah, sometimes you can.
So we made it home to the kitchen. I was going to cook them there, but we didn't get our crabs till the very last minute. I literally got them this morning. I went out at 4 o'clock. We had to leave there by 7:30, and I stayed down on the river till 7:30, so we left a little bit late. But after a long weekend, I'll have to apologise if I look a bit buggered. It's probably because I am. We had a big weekend. So we'll get these crabs on, and I'm bloody stoked. Look at that. That's what you call a nipper. Yeah, we've got, as you see, we've got 2 crabs. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep it completely simple. I've just got some really salty water, a real high boil. I'm simply just going to put them in there. Hopefully I haven't got too much water. I may add a little bit more water into that, but I reckon they'll probably steam up anyway. And we'll give them, how long you reckon, Eileen? Probably 10 minutes?
Not sure.
Yeah, I reckon we'll give them good 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to take you out and show you something I got out here really quickly. I'm not going to show too much of it because it'll probably be, well, you're going to see a lot of it in the next lot of videos anyway. Won't use it in every video, but I'll go and have a look. We actually forked out and went and bought a boat. It's only a second-hand one off Marketplace, but she's got some bells and whistles. I'm not going to pull the cover off right now. I'm going to keep it a surprise. 25 horsepower Mercury. We've got an electric Minn Kota trolling motor with it, fish finder. She's got a few bells and whistles. So we're going to do a few videos on the river shortly. Probably take her over the dam, give her a run, open her up a bit, and look forward to it. Me, Josie and Eileen's going to have a taste test of this crab. We've got a bit of garlic, melted butter to dip our crab in, and have a look at that. That's what you call a nipper. Hopefully it's full of meat. He looked fairly solid. We'll have a bit of a recap of what happened for the weekend while we're going. So what happened, we got there Saturday afternoon, and that's when you seen us with Oliver and Riley, which I didn't realise at the time, but if you go back and have a look at the yellow belly fishing video, or golden perch fishing video that we done out at Weewar, the two young fellas that took us out there were Oliver and Riley when we got onto all them yellow belly. Yeah, we got on, went down there, missed a couple of crabs on the rods. Was pretty keen to go back. I went back there the next morning and the place was just packed out. It was a perfect Sunday morning. Not a breath of wind, nice hot weather. But I literally got down there at daylight and that whole jetty was just packed with people. So there's no way I could really have a good go at getting a crab. And I went to another spot, didn't do any good. An old fella put me onto another spot and let me know about these dilly traps, which I didn't think you're allowed to use in that particular river, but you are. After he said it, I went back through the regulations and had a look. Yours over here, Eileen. Come and sit over here. I went back through, had a look at the regulations, and the only thing you are allowed for crabs in that particular river are dilly traps. So I went and bought a couple. Oh, well, that for a big chunk of meat. We might share it out a bit, I suppose. Went and got a few dilly traps, and then it was such a perfect Sunday morning, couldn't find anywhere to go publicly. On public land.
Can I eat that?
That's my favorite.
Everywhere we went was either packed out or we just couldn't fit in there.
I got the small crab. How do you eat it?
Huh?
Oh, that's bloody beautiful.
How do you eat it?
So, yeah, and then Sunday afternoon, which you would have seen a bit of footage of that. We decided we'd go Christmas shopping. That was in the morning, and we'd go back in the afternoon. We figured Sunday Ave, everyone would go home.
Can I eat that?
Which did happen, but that wind blew in.
Yum.
Absolute blew a gale, and it was a cold wind, and just nothing was biting. Total loss. So I decided at that moment, I've been eyeing up a boat on Marketplace, which you've already seen. I decided I was getting that boat because if we had a boat, we could have went anywhere we wanted. And you want your nipper cracked. I reckon your nipper's probably going to be fuller than mine anyway. Is that the smaller crab that we got was a lot more rusty, which generally means they're more full of meat, and it certainly is. Look at that. Yeah, Josie's is full of meat.
Why is it like
She wanted the
brown?
big claw, but because it just means that they're rusty. That means that they haven't shedded their shell for a while, and it generally means that they're full of meat. So yeah, got on to old mate. He was about halfway back to Narrabri from where we were at Grafton, at Inverell, and he had that little boat there, pretty cheap. And they do have a bit of a bony thing in the middle of them, Joe. So we bit the bullet and we bought the boat. So you'll be seeing a lot more of that. The girls missed out on catching the crabs. Annika caught a couple of eels. You just want some of this as well.
I want these ones.
Oh, you can have all them. Yeah, so luckily, very last hour, I decided I was going to get up at 4 AM. Being a Monday morning, I had a good feeling that no one would be at that jetty, and I knew there was crabs there. So I was determined, got up at 4 AM, went down there, set the traps, got the 2 crabs. So, had a good time. I'm absolutely bloody exhausted. I think these 3 are too. Yeah, got a bit of shopping done. Got everything we wanted done. Got a couple of crabs, had a good time. Can't ask more than that. And I guess we'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll grab rice.
Oh, you want rice with it?
Yeah. We'll grab rice on. I'm hungry.
How do you eat these things?
What?
Can I eat that?
You want that bit?
It's red.
No, you can have it. I know you wouldn't give it to me. I know your tricks. You will go that way and then go in your mouth. I think the camera's still going.
It is.